son. How did you make bail? Did some of your friends chip in?
No, I wish. Fancy paid it. You know, she sold some jewelry Alistair gave her.
Ooh, wait. Well, that can't be good. Well, where is she? I want to thank her.
Don't hold your breath, all right? It doesn't look like she's gonna be coming around much anymore.
Look, son, I've been a cop long enough to learn that Valentines and roses don't mean much. But when a girl bails you out, that is a sure sign she's in love.
Yeah, that's what's so bizarre, right? First she posts my bail, and then she tells me we can't see each other ever again.
And Sheridan, you've got to help me.
Fancy, what on earth? What happened?
It's awful, so awful. My life is over.
Oh, I'd just like to stay tuned all day to Noah and Fancy's misery, but I have something more important to concentrate on. Rebecca. Show me Rebecca. No, not photos from her scrapbook. Oh, dear. That saddle she's wearing looks most uncomfortable. Oh, dear. Now, come on, stop mucking about. Now, try the courtroom. Oh, no, the jury's out already. How could that be? Oh, there's no time to lose here. And where's Rebecca? That minx. Rebecca has a fiendish little plot in mind. If she's successful, Eve Russell will walk away from her trial for attempted murder of a free woman. Naturally, Rebecca's motives are entirely selfish. But her plot could stop the greater evil, and we can't have that. Oh, no. I've got to find a recipe that will make the jury find Eve guilty before Rebecca ruins everything.
You should have taken my plea bargain when I offered it. That jury's going to be back with a guilty verdict in 2 shakes. It's a slam dunk. Toodles.
Toodles. Damn that woman.
Where is that jury? How long can it possibly take to write guilty on 12 slips of paper?
If your lies cause a jury to find Eve guilty, I'll never forgive you, Liz.
God, I can't bear this. I wish the jury would just come out and get it over with so I could get used to my life in prison.
You could try to stay positive, my love.
How, Julian? It's hopeless. The jury hated me. They believed everything that Liz said. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life behind bars.
Oh, pooh. You know, as much as it might amuse me to see you rot away in jail, it may not come to that.
What do you mean?
Julian, I need to speak with you. I may have a way to keep your little hussy here out of jail forever.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Fancy rushes into my arms in tears, tells me she's no good for me or my family, and then bam, runs away. Barely had a chance to thank her for bailing me out of jail. Again.
That girl's got guts. Alistair's declared open season on all the Bennetts. Yes, she defies Alistair and bails you out. She's in love.
Thought so, but now I'm not so sure. If she was in love, then why'd she run away? And why didn't she just defy Alistair by staying with me? Why didn't she just tell me she loved me?
I'm in love. And I'm miserable.
Oh, it's Noah Bennett, isn't it? I read the paper.
I was with him when he was arrested for having drugs in his car, and I know grandfather had them planted. And Noah's father is being investigated on charges of corruption.
Hasn't my father done enough to hurt Sam Bennett?
Obviously not. He's determined to destroy the whole Bennett family because I fell in love with Noah. I mean, you should have seen him earlier. He was screaming at me. Grandfather has always been so kind and loving. And he says I can't throw my life away on trash like Noah.
Well, that sounds familiar. He said the same thing about Julian and Eve, Louise and myself.
He thinks he's protecting all of us. As if I needed protecting. And my mom says it's because we're cranes, that any crane who falls in love is cursed.
No. The only curse here is Alistair himself.
What am I gonna do? I mean, I bailed Noah out of jail, but then I ran away. He must think I'm crazy. Oh, God. Do I really have to stay away from Noah? I mean, if loving him means that his family will be destroyed, I guess I have to. Oh, Aunt Sheridan, why does love have to hurt so much? Why?
The only lies you heard on that stand came out of Eve's mouth. I told the truth. She abandoned me when I was a child, allowing my father to abuse me.
So you followed her to Harmony to destroy her life?
All I ever wanted was justice, TC. It's not my fault that Eve can't see it that way. She hates me. Who else had reason to poison my punch? And everyone there heard her say that she wanted to kill me.
Eve is not capable of killing anyone, Liz.
Eve is capable of anything. Look at her now. 2 lovebirds. How many years has this been going on, TC? Don't tell me that Eve didn't try to kill me, because Eve will do anything to get what she wants. But guess what? The chickens have come home to roost. And if you want Eve to stay out of prison, you better get down on your knees and pray. Because only a miracle will keep her out of the slammer forever.
Take your hands off your mistress, Julian, and listen to me. I am your only hope.
The only way you can save Eve from going to prison is to admit that you were the one that poisoned the punch in the church basement.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Well, that's just your wild imagination speaking. Of course, that imagination did give me some of my most memorable evenings. I'm sure you know what I mean, Eve.
I may not have proof, but I know it was you. And don't tell me that you want to confess.
You said Fancy was worth all the trouble she caused you. She wouldn't have bailed you out unless she cares for you, okay? Trust me.
See, that's what I thought, but now I'm not so sure. You know, maybe she feels guilty. With reason. You know, if it wasn't for her, Alistair wouldn't have framed you and you never would have lost your job as police chief.
I don't know that. Look, I've been on Alistair's blacklist for years now. And he was furious with me when I helped Louise and Sheridan try to catch Beth and Marty. Look, forget about me. We need to know how you feel about Fancy Crane. Now, is this true love?
Dad, come on.
Look, I know it sounds corny. But take it from someone who had it and lost it. It is the sweetest thing on earth. And if you're ever lucky enough to find it, don't let it pass you by. Ask yourself, do you love Fancy Crane with your whole heart and soul? And if that answer is yes, then you have to fight for her against Alistair, against the Crane family, against the whole damn world. True love is worth fighting for, with everything you've got.
For the first time in my life, I'm in love. Really in love, and Grandfather goes ballistic. How can he be so mean? He's never been like that.
Not to you, maybe. But this is the first time you're having to deal with all this because you're in love. Father hates you for it. He's turned his back on you.
But if he's trying to protect us, like he says, can't he see how miserable he's made everyone he should love? You and Daddy and even my mother.
What is it my father always says? Oh yeah, we weren't put on this earth to be happy, but to work. Fancy, you're lucky because my father has always been fond of you. I've been a disappointment to him for as long as I can remember. And then I created the worst sin possible. I fell in love with Luis. That's when I felt my father's true wrath. And then I felt, as you do right now, guilty. Because my father was determined to destroy Luis's life.
People have told me what Grandfather's capable of, but I didn't believe them. Until now.
Well, at least he hasn't tried to kill you, yet.
Those stories weren't true, were they? I thought that was tabloid nonsense.
It's all true. You have no idea what Alistair is capable of. Listen to me. Be warned, because the worst is yet to come.
And Dr. Love, why don't you take a stroll? I need to talk to my husband alone.
I have got to find the spell that will make the jury find Eve guilty before Rebecca does something drastic. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, drat. Oh, that's the not guilty spell. One I used at the OJ trial.
Anything you have to say to me, you can say in front of Eve.
I think not. You see, we need to expand on that little conversation we had in my bedroom.
I best see what she wants. What is all the drama, Rebecca? The only way you can save Eve from going to prison is to confess to attempted murder yourself, and we both know you're not going to do that.
Don't underestimate me, Julian. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
And you know all about cats.
Listen, I just want to remind you of that little conversation we had, you know, and you did say that if I found a way to keep Eve out of prison, you would give me anything I want, anything in the whole wide world. Remember?
Well, that offer still stands, but what can you do? I mean, can you really save Eve from going to jail?
You are my passion for life.
True love? Come on, what's it get you? So what if I love Fancy with all of my heart and soul? Look, if the two of us stay together, it'll mean nothing but disaster for you and everyone in this entire family.
Listen, son, don't be so negative. Nothing bad can ever come from true love.
Dad, listen to yourself, all right? Didn't you and Mom have true love? And what happened there? Her long-lost first husband shows up out of the blue, and she decides to go with him, instead of staying with you and her own children. You and Mom didn't exactly walk off into the sunset. And look, Ivy, right? To hear her tell it, she says that you guys had true love back in the day. And from where she stands, her whole life is destroyed.
Because she didn't follow her heart.
Or look at Ethan and Gwen and Teresa, or Sheridan and Luis, or the Russells. You know, what's all this BS about true love? You know, find me one happy couple in harmony. I can't think of one instance where true love actually works out. You know what you get out of true love, Dad? Pain. Pain for you and everyone around you.
What do you mean the worst is yet to come? What more can Grandfather do to Noah and his family?
Fancy, you have no idea. Father is just getting started. And he likes to draw the pain out for as long as he can because that's how he gets his kicks. But whatever he does will be completely unexpected and incredibly evil.
You know, until now, I thought you were a fool to turn your back on him, especially over a man. I don't know Luis, just what I read in the tabloids. Crane, heiress, and her small-town cop. I mean, I know he is drop-dead gorgeous and has a body to die for, but so what? Can't spit on the beach at Rio without hitting a hard body. And then I met Noah. And it made me understand it doesn't matter what any of us thought about you and Luis. All that matters is what you feel for him in your heart.
All that matters for you is what you feel in your heart. If Noah is the person that you want to spend your life with, then you have to fight for that. Don't let Father rip you two apart.
But I'm bad news for him. How can I justify getting back with Noah if it means he and his family will be destroyed? I love him, but if Grandfather is gonna grind the Bennett family into dust, then maybe I should just give up on him. You know, go back to Grandfather and bat my eyes and talk in my sad widow girl voice. Say I'm sorry and make him forgive me. Then he'll leave the Bennetts alone. I can still have a good life, can't I?
Come on. Where is that fiendish spell? Oh, finally. Not a moment too soon. Looks like the jury are almost ready to vote.
I don't know why we're wasting any more time on this. The woman's as guilty as sin. We might as well vote now and send her on her way to prison.
No, I think we should examine the evidence.
Don't be such a weak sister. Let's vote and get out of here. With any luck, we can be at home in time for cocktail hour.
You all seem so sure.
Because we are. Come on, everyone. Just write guilty or not guilty. Fold your papers in half so no one can see. Not that I'm expecting any surprises today.
This looks promising. I'm not sure about that woman, though. No, I haven't got time to wash the Crane curse out of the crock pot. So, none of the jurors will ever be lucky in love either. Now, 1 quart of bat's blood. Just happen to have some handy. 7 snails. Harvested at the lunar eclipse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 frog's legs. 3. Oh, 1.5 frogs, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. Fatty liver of a goose. Oof, yuck. Pinch of tarragon. Tarragon. Oh, it must be a French recipe. I always knew Julia Child was one of us. Écoutez! Écoutez! The jury is out. And Eve Russell's a louse. Here comes the verdict. Life in the big house. Seems to be working. I hope it's powerful enough. Bat's blood was well past its sell date. Come on, you miserable little housebrow. Write. Start writing 1 measly word. Guilty. Guilty.
Hey. So do you have any idea what my mother might be hiding?
No. Do you?
Me? Of course not.
Well, whatever Rebecca knows, it doesn't matter anymore. Because unless something very unexpected happens, that jury is going to convict Eve any minute.
You have to make sure that Eve is found innocent and is free to go.
think that can be arranged if,
What? Spit it out. If what? What do you want me to give you in exchange for keeping Eve out of prison?
Can I have everyone's attention, please?
Yes. They're back with a verdict. They're back with a verdict. Oh, and I am sure that verdict is guilty. Eve is toast.
I'm surprised how deep my feelings are for her. I never thought love could hurt like this.
Doesn't always.
You know, maybe I bought into that old cliche that doesn't really exist anymore. You know, find a nice girl and date and fall in love and, you know, buy her a ring and get married. Have some kids, buy a house, and grow old together. Move to Florida, go fishing in the sun.
Can be like that. But you left out the mortgage payments, college tuition, little babies crying at 3 in the morning, fights over raking the leaves or filling up the gas tank. Both of you working really hard to make ends meet.
Yeah, you forgot about the in-laws, huh? I finally meet the girl of my dreams, and her psycho grandfather has his minions bring you up on false corruption charges, and he has me thrown in jail.
Well, Alice, there's a bigger problem than most couples face. Let me tell you something. If you love Fancy Crane, don't give up on her now.
And what if I don't, huh? I get the girl and your life is ruined? Dad, that's not a happy ending. No, I never thought love would be like this.
I never thought love would be like this. I thought it would be champagne and walks on the beach, jetting off to a private tropical isle. And if I dumped Noah for Edmund Sinclair, Grandfather would approve and I'd have all that. And Noah and his family would be safe. Well, you can't give up on Noah just for Father's sake. Because if you do, Father will rule your entire life. He'll tell you where to get married, how many children to have, where those children should go to school. If you want to have any chance of leading your own life, you've got to listen to your heart. Choose Noah. But if I do, Grandfather will destroy his life. You can't give up. You've got to fight. I can't give up. That's rich coming from you. Isn't that what you did? What? You gave up on Luis and ran away to live in a tacky B&B. Sheridan Crane doing laundry, alone. Haven't you let Grandfather win? Haven't you given up on life?
Everyone, listen up, folks.
Oh, no. Don't tell me my little plan is foiled before it's even begun.
The judge wants me to tell you to stay close just in case the jury comes back with a quick verdict.
That's it? Has he heard anything from the jury?
No, not yet.
Oh, honestly. I wish they'd make it snappy. I'm trying to get this guilty verdict on the evening news.
I wish they had come back. I just want to get this over with.
Shh. Better get back to Rebecca.
Can she help me?
I hope so.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
I'm trying to be strong. I don't know if I can keep it up much longer. It's very hard.
Well, whether you go to jail or not, you're my Eve. You will always be my Eve. What are Rebecca and Julian talking about?
Rebecca says that she can keep me out of jail, but that's impossible. Unless she confesses that she tried to kill Alistair, Julian, and Liz.
What the hell is up Rebecca's sleeve? Because she wouldn't do anything for you unless it benefits her.
And we don't have much time. What do you want from me in exchange for keeping Eve out of jail?
You said it. Sky's the limit. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Yes, of course, but how can you save Eve without confessing yourself?
Julian, how stupid do you think I am, huh? Look, I have a way to save Eve. And all you have to do is to sign this.
What is it?
Sign it. Sight unseen. And Eve would go to prison. No, Pookie. Didn't your father ever teach you not to sign anything until you've read it first?
I don't care what I sign, as long as it guarantees that you can keep Eve out of prison.
Oh, well, I can guarantee you two things. That Eve will stay out of prison. And that once you realize what you've signed, you are going to be one very, very unhappy camper.
Oh, I hope my spell worked on that idiot juror. Rebecca's about ready to spring her trap. Here, Bowl. Change the channel.
Guilty, guilty, guilty. What'd I say? All the ballots read guilty. We'll be home in time to see ourselves on NBC Nightly News.
Wait. That's only 11. You haven't read mine yet.
I can't believe it.
Read it aloud, you mindless twit. Did she find Eve guilty or not guilty?
No, you can't give up on love. If you love Fancy Crane, then you gotta go for it. Don't look back.
Maybe she doesn't want me to fight for her. I mean, she's the one who ran away. Maybe she doesn't want to give up the Crane money or the Crane power. Maybe this is all for the best, you know? Maybe if I give up Fancy, then Alistair will back off.
I wouldn't bet on it.
You know, he's not going to leave us alone until we're homeless and starving. You know, every nickel you have is going to go to legal defense, and you're going to have to give up the house, the bed and breakfast. It'll all be gone in a month.
So what? We have to do the right thing no matter what. The house, the B&B, they're just things. Money doesn't matter.
What are you saying?
The one thing I want in this life is for my children to be happy. And if Fancy Crane makes you happy, then you gotta go after her. Forget the consequences. Sam Bennett. Oh yeah, hey, I was gonna call you. Can you hold on a sec? This was the guy I was gonna sell the boat to. Well, now that Fancy has paid your bill, then I'll have to sell it. I'm gonna let him down easy. Yeah, hey, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Yeah.
Dad, I can't let you lose everything you've worked your entire life for. I gotta tell Fancy she's right. We can't ever see each other again. Maybe then she can convince Alistair to leave my family alone. Wouldn't you know? Voicemail. Fancy, it's Noah. I know you told me I should stay away, but I really got to see you. Meet me in the park by the Rose Garden. I'm gonna change, and then I'm gonna go right over there. I'll wait for you. For as long as it takes. And I'll tell you we're over.
I haven't given up on anything, Fancy. I'm here at the B&B because I can't bear to go back to the estate. At least I'm doing something useful with my time until I decide what I want. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lash out at you.
No,
like
you know
that.
what? You haven't been here. You don't know what I've been through. My son was...
Hey, I'm really, really sorry. Me and my big mouth. And I was the one who asked for your advice. It's just, I'm so scared and confused right now. I don't know what to do. If I choose Noah, Grandfather will destroy his family. And if I give him up, I'll be destroyed and alone and unhappy, just like... Someone really needs to give you some lessons on tact. That's not all I need. Oh, why did this have to happen? I had a great life before I ran into Noah. You know, A-list parties and jets and private yachts.
I've broken hearts on 4 continents, and then Noah walks into my life. Now to hell with him. I can have my own life back again. I'll get grandfather to forgive me, and he'll leave the Bennetts alone. And then Prestine and I will get on the next plane to Australia. I haven't been there in a while. I'll go to Perth. They've got hot beach boys, and they're right near that big diamond mine where they find those sweet pink diamonds.
Okay, I wouldn't make any big decisions on the spur of the moment. Just don't give up on true love. You'll regret it the rest of your life.
Then tell me what to do. Stay here with Noah and watch grandfather ruin his whole family? Or sacrifice our love so grandfather will leave him alone?
I'm sorry, but I can't decide for you. All I can tell you, though, is to not listen to another word Alistair says to you.
I'm sorry I dumped all this on you. And I'm sorry for what I said. You haven't given up on anything.
Well, I just hope that whatever you decide, you can live with it.
Yeah, tell me about it. Whenever I decide, someone loses.
No, Brian, if you could just hold off one more hour, I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's here. Why isn't the jury in yet? I thought this case was in the bag.
Oh, you and me both, sister. No, really, I'm sure it'll be fine. They're probably just chowing down on free sandwiches. They shouldn't be much longer.
I hope not. I have waited long enough already for my sister to get the hell she deserves.
No, don't keep me in suspense, you ninny. Read the bloody ballot. If the verdict's not guilty, then the jury will be locked up for days and Rebecca's plot could succeed.
How could you do this?
What's it say?
Looks like we're stuck here. Not guilty.
Rats and rats, my spell didn't work. Oh, look at that sickly smile. Whatever Rebecca's up to, she's confident it's going to work. I wonder if I have time to whip up another spell.
I don't care what I sign as long as it keeps Eve out of jail, but whatever you're going to do, do it now. The jury could come back at any moment.
Watch and learn, Pookie. Watch and learn.
Your Honor, come out here. I need to speak with you.
Hey, you can't do that.
What on earth is she doing?
Here right now. Your Honor,
What
come
the
out
hell
here.
is your mother up to?
I don't know.
I need to talk to you. Come on.
Julian?
I made a deal with her. I don't know what she's going to do, but it might help.
No, not yet.
Your Honor, Judge Eaton, get out here. It is not nice to keep a lady waiting.
He'll throw you in jail.
Oh, no, he won't. Not when he hears what I have to say.
Judge, come out here. It's time to reveal the truth.
Grace, I hope you're happy wherever you are. Now, you should have heard your son today. Now, if I'm right, I think he's met the true love of his life. Sounds like they have what we once had. I just hope their story turns out better than ours. Which is worse? Having an incredible love and then losing it? Or losing it before it really even begins?
Oh, come on, Fancy. Come on. Don't ignore my message. We need to talk this out.
Noah?
You got my message.
Yes, because I picked up my phone to call you and checked my voicemail. Weird, huh?
Weird. Look, Fancy, we need to talk.
I'm way ahead of you. You can't give up. You've got to fight.
I can't give up. That's rich coming from you. Isn't that what you did?
What?
You gave up on Luis and ran away to live in a tacky B&B. Sheridan Crane doing laundry, alone. Haven't you let grandfather win? Haven't you given up on life?
Maybe she's right. Hello, Chris. Hey, it's me, Sheridan. So, is that invitation still good for tonight? I'd love to go out with you then. Great.
Judge Eaton, come on. I know you're here. Come on. I need to talk to you.
Oh, listen to her. Why didn't I make that spell stronger? Strong enough to change the mind of that wretched juror. If Becky gets Eve off the hook, she'll ruin all my splendid evil.
Judge Eaton, I am Mrs. Julian Crane, and I am not used to being kept waiting.
Julian, I'm frightened.
Try not to be. She's perhaps our only hope.
What on earth is going on?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Finally, you're here.
Explain yourself, madam.
Yes. Your Honor.
I have something to confess. I have to tell the truth. It's time to confess everything.